Good. What's your name?
Fayola.
Did you say Viola?
No, Fayola.
Fabiola?
No, Fayola like Crayola. This is what a typical introduction is like for me. Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate it. Before I begin, I have my own word of the day. I was planning to write on the board, but I can't find the marker. And it's Fayola. F stands for faith. A stands for agile. Y stands for young forever. O stands for obedient to her purpose in life. L stands for love to live. And A stands for an overcomer. As a child, I have many fond memories, surrounded around family gatherings, extracurricular activities such as club meetings, and hanging out with my friends. Two things I enjoyed most were Girl Scouts and being involved in my local church. In Girl Scouts, I was involved for 11 years, from elementary school until high school. And we did all kinds of activities, from community service to outdoor adventures. After I got over the horrible tricks that they used to play on me during our camping trips, because they knew I was afraid of the dark, I gained some valuable experiences. And I learned the importance of community service and personal development. On the spiritual side, both sides of my family are very religious and take their commitment to the church very seriously. So as a young kid, my big brother and I were acolytes in a local Episcopal church. Let's say we weren't always fully alert during those early 7:30 morning services as we sat up on the altar. After graduating from high school, I attended college and went to the University of Florida in Gainesville, Florida. I spent 3 years there, and after that, I graduated with an undergraduate degree in health science education. Then I moved to South Florida to pursue a second degree in nursing at the University of Miami in Coral Gables, Florida. Your college years are the best times of your life. You get to learn about who you are, what you're made of, and most importantly, you build on your experiences and relationships that can last a lifetime. Yet the year-long summers were getting to me, and I wanted to experience the 4 seasons. So I began a travel nursing career as an LPN and went to Vermont. In Vermont, there was the serenity of the mountains, the various streams of water and snow, all at the same time. Now, for a native Floridian, that was a breathtaking experience. It was in Vermont that I grew an appreciation for the outdoors, the beauty and the tranquility. While I was in Vermont, my big brother and sister-in-law came to visit me, and we went mountain climbing on Mount Killington. Well, you can easily pick me out of the picture as I was the one holding a stick, as if I was Moses climbing up Mount Sinai, because I was afraid I was going to lose my balance. Then, after my travel assignment ended, I moved to North Carolina. In North Carolina, I began my career as a registered nurse, mainly working as a staff RN. I spent 5 years in North Carolina, and every winter, I was like a little kid outside playing in the snow, even though the winters were pretty mild while I was there. The Carolinas, they have the most beautiful cities, and you get the best of both worlds, the southern hospitality and the northern climate. After North Carolina, I moved back down to Florida, and in doing so to seek new and more challenging career opportunities. Also, I have to get used to this humidity all over again. And being in my early 30s, I thought my 20s was a scary decade because so many things changed during that time, but it's actually my 30s and realizing what worked for me in the past is not going to work for me and moving forward in my future. And I am determined to do whatever I can to make those changes, such as changing my perspective on the challenges that life may bring. In my short life, I've faced numerous challenges, but I've learned to make a lemonade out of lemons. It was then that I realized that no matter what life brings your way, it makes you to build. It helps you to make you stronger. And it's then that I came to the conclusion that no matter what comes my way, I am determined and destined to live the life that I was meant to live. No challenge, no obstacle, no downfall can bring me down. It can only bring me back up. And I'm willing to do whatever I have to do to leave my mark in this world. And I would do that not just by my career, not just by my leadership abilities, not just by my communication, but being the best person that I could be to help people to realize we are all meant to live our life to the best of our abilities. Life to the fullest. I am a person that is determined and strong-willed, and I will live the life that I was destined to live. So as a child, I had many colorful experiences. As an adolescent and a young adult, I learned to be independent, and I realized that nothing can teach you about life but life itself. But as an adult, I realized that I have to live life in the moment and appreciate the fact that life will make the best of you, no matter what comes your way. It is then that I realized South Florida is a place I need to be to position myself for such a time as this, to take up all the opportunities so I can have a brighter future. I would like to close with this. You can never really get to know somebody without walking in their shoes. However, the best thing to do is to talk to them. In the end, you will get to know them even better. Mr. Toastmaster.